JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our third season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 13 of 36, the MBNA Armed Forces Family 400 at Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile. In the last episode, we went to Charlotte just on Tuesday for both the All-Star and the Coca-Cola 600, where, well, in the All-Star, I dominated the entire race, winning all the segments and claiming that $1 million prize. And then in the Coca-Cola 600, Jimmy Johnson led like 30 laps or more in that race, and we took it from him in the closing laps by passing a bunch of lap cars, and it took a while just because of that traffic. But yeah, at Charlotte, we just didn't qualify that very well. But Dover, I'm feeling pretty strong about this one because last time we came here, we were running really well. I think we almost took the lead towards the end of our first run, and that was the night race. So we got a faster pit crew now. I upgraded my entire team, the building of the equipment and my pit crew members, so there's a good chance we could actually gain time during pit stops for the first time. But they're happy this isn't very well, so they're bound to make a mistake and not make a good first impression. So with that win at the Coca-Cola 600, we are now 26 points in front of Tony Stewart. That was a 20-point gain. He must have finished like 5th or 6th, something like that in the race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in 3rd, Mark Martin 4th, Kevin Harvick 5th. Jimmy Johnson, after a dominant performance but not winning at Charlotte, is in 10th. Then you've got the driver respect levels, and during the Coca-Cola 600 for the first time in a while, I didn't go making any rivals out there, and the ratings are starting to go back in the neutrals with my rivals. And then you've got Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's still a big ally of mine because of sharing draft at California. We're using Dale Reynolds' paint scheme because this is a northeastern track, kind of close to where he lives. I don't know if he's ever been here, but I think these kind of tracks that he has preferred me going to. So let's go to race weekend. Quick select the chassis, engine, and body. And, well, we got fresh chassis and engine. The body is worn down from the Charlotte race. So we got a car rating of 73. Something that I'm going to really need. I think we have a good chance of winning this one just because we have the best of car ratings. And just don't choke away qualifying. We have too many cars to pass. We could probably lead laps in the first run. Our setup for qualifying and the race is negative 0.5 turns of wedge and 20 psi. Hopefully 20 psi is fine with this track and the tires don't wear down too quickly. I've seen before if I put it on 25 psi, it practically ruins the entire run. I mean, it balances the car, and I have to put on like -1 wedge to get that darn thing to work on a setup like that. But now on 20, I feel like we have a good starting run, and it can get really bad at the end of them. That was just a warm-up lap, so it probably wasn't that good. 21st, I mean, it was an out lap, so I mean, I should really expect that much more. This car keeps on overshooting the corners, like it just doesn't want to steer. Try to get it to actually work in turn 3 right here. Then brakes. Try to get to hold the bottom a little bit. It'll arc it a little bit, diamonding the corner, I guess you can call it. Okay, it had to be better. 20.93, 94. 10th place. Okay, we just barely got the top 10, but we're going to be on the outside. Ryan Newman, Rocket Man, starting on the pole next to some Dodge-sponsored fantasy driver. Green flag is out, and we are underway for 40 laps here at the Monster Mile. Tony Stewart's using that Toys R Us paint scheme that I love, but apparently don't respect whatsoever. We crash into Ricky Rudd in the opening corner because we can't go 3 wide, sadly. I didn't think it'd be that difficult. Wow, that was fucking ugly. This is why people don't subscribe to my channel all the time. They only do sometimes because that was garbage. This is what I get for showing no respect to the Toys R Us car. Johnny Benson's not going anywhere. This race could have started out so much more beautifully. But back in the 9th place. That fantasy driver started 2nd place, and he's already fallen back to 8th. Yeah, 8th. And we're going to pass him right here going to turn 3. This car is just kind of beeping and wobbling, bobbling, and stuff, going to the corners and all kinds of crap. Okay, make a dive underneath Tony Stewart right here. He shot up the track to give me room. Wish Ricky Rudd would have done that, but he had a car on his outside, and you know the AI, they don't want to give you that much room at all going to the corners of this track for some reason. At least turn 1. I think in turn 3 they're kind of fine. Okay, despite all that wreckage in the first corner and some damage that might have caused me, we'll be taking the top 5 really soon, and I think we can actually lead laps at the beginning of this race. It just doesn't want to turn. Fine. It just doesn't want to turn. You're really starting to piss me off, car. You can do something, man. Damn, he's getting one off the corners. Come on, turn. I can't deal with this shit right now. And now Tony Stewart stuck his nose underneath me, and I can't give him any more room than this because of that my car's committed to diving off the exit. And we stop losing time and stop driving like shit. The back of my car is covered in bird shit because of this crap. That's just what it looks like. And now, because of this damage, I'm getting loose off. Wow, this is a disaster. We're back to making rivals again. Every race. back to pissing off as many people as possible. I don't understand. I've got to fix damage in my pit stop because I can't handle my car driving like this all the time. Being loose like this is not better. Whenever I can focus on cars in front of me instead of cars behind me, I'm less likely to get knocked around all over the frickin' time. Come on. I prefer to arc my corners. The AI, they can just hold the bottom throughout the entire thing, and they get the kind of corners that I want, just taking it the complete opposite way. The reason why I don't like holding the bottom throughout the entire turn of this track is it usually causes you to hit the apron almost every time and shoot towards the outside wall off the turn. But it's just the way they designed the game. AI here is kind of weird. It's still a better Dover experience than what you get with games like NASCAR Thunder 2002 or 2003. That's something I've heard from most people. Okay, so we've caught Jeff Gordon. How about I try passing someone without making contact for once? Because that would be wonderful. I'm not going to be able to make the pass right here. Go up the track and arc it back down. Pretty good run. He's not going to give me that much room to go into that middle lane. See, I don't get it. My car doesn't turn like theirs. His car was about to start shooting back down the track just fine, but mine just held that middle line even though we're going the same speed. We can't be at this point in our career where my car is still very incapable of doing the stuff that theirs does. Now, the reason I stayed in that middle lane instead of being all the way at the bottom is because my car always just shoots up the track whenever I try making a pass. Where else can I pass? Freaking Kevin Harvick just went all the way to the top of the track and then dove it back down. It's just, I feel like my car can't do that. And for that reason, anytime I try passing somebody, I just wreck. This is such a predicament. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this car just doesn't like turning. It doesn't like starting turns. Theirs are so good at starting turns, but mine, no. Okay, hold the brakes. It's trying so hard to just not work. Someone is overheated. That is Scott Wimmer, something, whatever his name is. Stan Barrett. I don't know how I get Stan Barrett confused. I don't know what the name is, but like, I don't know. Stan Barrett's a nobody anyway. But it's not Kevin LePage. He retired after our first season. I'm trying to pass Kevin Harvick, but I can't pass people cleanly, and I'm tired of wrecking into people and damaging my car, and I don't know how to do it. I just can't. I'm faster than almost every driver on this track, but whenever it comes to passing them, that don't mean a damn thing. This car, it can't do anything but race my line, which is that diamonding the corner thing. Hard in. Contact. And I'm stuck on him. That's what I'm telling you guys. I can't make one clean fucking pass. This car just doesn't want to. I'm hitting the outside wall. This car just doesn't want to start corners anymore. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this car? It just can't start a turn. It's been doing this all race long, and it gets worse and worse as the run goes on. I'm not surprised, but okay, let's get off the track without wrecking the car, please. Don't speed in. Okay, good. Yeah, totally fixed damage. This car is ruined. I mean, it was already bad as it was. This car is good at driving. It's not good at racing. It just straight into every fucking corner because it wants me to go to the top and then dive back down to the bottom. And that's how I prefer to race this track. But it wants to do that in traffic. I can't do that. That just breaks the car. It's a mess. I can't do anything. Just be a good pit stop. Like a damage repair is going to slow it down. 15, 16, yeah. I mean, compared to what our pit stops used to be like a season ago or a season and a half ago, that's really not an improvement, but it's kind of just like what it was. Pit crew's not happy, so they're not going to give me good pit stops. And of course, I had damage repair, so that took extra time. Well, pit stops are over, and I'm in 6th place, so I lost a couple spots during pit stops. Remember, Kevin Harvick was in front of me. Or, no, he wasn't. He was behind me, so I think some people really did cut the field short a bit, so gotta get some positions more, at least one. The leader is like 3.5 seconds ahead of us. In like less than 15 laps, that's not seeming very doable, but I'll do my best. At least I can guarantee we'll get a top 5 as long as I stop passing people dirty as fuck. Kevin Harvick is catching me because Ashton Lewis took so freaking long to get around. Kevin Harvick's trying to stick his nose underneath me off the corner because they don't take the corners the way I do. And caught Terry Labonte. Jeff Gordon is the next car is passing. He is just right up ahead. And I think I see Tony Stewart as well up there. It's a white car. I mean, Tony Stewart has white cars, and I can't guess who else it could be. Damn it. Terry Labonte, get out of the way. I hate these freaking AI in this game. They're protective of any position, even if it's not one that you're racing them for. And we also have David Green, who's sitting in that middle lane and actually giving me room. Or a little room, not enough room. Still, room is room. Better than whatever the hell that Terry Labine was just giving me. Okay, get to the bottom car. Oh my god, I hate you. You just... It's still just NASCAR Heat 3 AI, where they stick it into the bottom, and they hold the bottom faster than I could ever do it, no matter how many upgrades I put in this thing. Okay, we're getting up there. Just keep closing the gap. I was trying to remember, like, was Tony Stewart in that white car? I was like, yeah, he had a Toys R Us car. And then the whole freaking race just fell apart as soon as the race started. Oh my god. Right. Mash the brakes a little bit. Oh, looks like the lap traffic is intensifying. Group of 5 cars right here, and it's like Jack Sprague and Chase Montgomery just let those 2 lead lap cars by, so that doesn't help me that much. We've got time. We've certainly got time. Okay, Chase Montgomery's not putting on no big block. If I stay to the outside, then they'll be blocking me from there. And I dive to the inside, I just gotta make sure I don't overshoot the corner, which this car does so easily. Still right there in front of us. And Jack Sprague is doing the blocking shit. I'm running up the racetrack and I'm turning all the freaking way. I'm doing everything I can, but you tried so hard to block me and didn't give me any room to make the pass. That's just what it's going to be. Okay, we're going to catch Jeff Gordon and maybe Tony Stewart before they get by... Actually, I think that's Ryan Newman, so that's 3 lap cars. Lead lap cars in front of me I could pass. I was thinking it was a lap car, but either way, if they're going to race it out up there, that could be great for me because I can slow them down and make it pass easier. Ooh, finish the corner car. Second, it didn't look like it was going to. Laps are counting down. Gotta run on Tony Stewart. Golly, man. See, I don't like taking the corners like this. My car can't do that. Jeez. Just want to ram him into the wall off the turn because the car can't do that. It's never been able to do that. Whether it's a regular equal car thing from like season mode or race now mode or career mode, I can make it the best I want it to, and it just, my car can't take corners like that at all. Well, Kenny Wallace is still running up here, except he's a whole lap behind now. You can see how that turned out. Get this gap right here. Dive underneath Kenny Wallace, who's not going to give me any room. I'm stuck on him. Stupid fucking lap cars. Tony Stewart just drove into me off the turn. I want to take this position back. We're going to make contact because that's not avoidable whatsoever. Ryan Newman's getting away because they won't stop racing me so hard, but I can't blame them. I mean, Kenny Wallace is to blame to begin with, not them at all. They're just racing because they've got the opportunity. See, no matter what, whenever I'm not trying to pass somebody, it goes up the track on its own. It can't hold the bottom at all. I have to keep on hitting the brakes and stuff going to return to get it to do what their cars do. It's obviously just a slight advantage they have over me, and it's hard to get over. Or get past, rather. I'm not even trying to pass Greg Biffle. He's just going so slow that I'm stuck rubbing up against him. Ryan Newman's getting away, but 4th place is a top 5, so that's certainly something I would take. Oh my gosh! Kind of overshot the corner to get that whole car cleared, but we did it. I think Jeff Bird might be on the lead lap too. There's so much lap traffic, you know a bunch of these guys are just going to be lead lap cars. Nope, Jeff Burton is a lap down. What an awful race, holy crud. I mean, I've had worse races, to be honest, but still. Stupid fucking Casey Mears. Kamikaze Games. I might be using your car in the next episode, but Casey Mears is being a fucking idiot. Get the fuck out of here, dumbass. Jeez. No room. NASCAR Thunder 2004 AI at Dover. No room. They just give you nothing to work with. I could have caught Ryan Newman. I was hoping Jeff Burton would be for position, but yeah, next up would be Ryan Newman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and whoever our leader would be. I never found out. Damn, car don't work anymore. Holy crap. Jeff Gordon is just on the freaking move, though. So we're going to have to park the bus right here. Hold that bottom lane, because that's where Gordon wants to go. And we're going to take it home in 4th place here at Dover International Speedway. So we met the qualifying expectation. We met the finishing expectation, so we really do get all the money across the board, because you know we're going to be the points leader after this race. Sterling Marlin won. Okay. Next Monday, we are going to Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500, race 14 of 36, where we will use Kamikaze Games paint scheme, like I said a while ago, even though Casey Mears was being such a freaking bitch. Dover. I've had better races here. as far as like being clean. I think we can win the night race in the MDK's car whenever we go there, to be honest, just because of how much better the car will be. I'll probably qualify better, maybe, and I'll be more prepared for how they race the track and shit. We increase our points lead by just 10 points. We're now 36 in front of Tony Stewart, so yeah, I think Tony Stewart finished in like 6th place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now 76 points behind us, so he's just 40 points behind Tony Stewart. And Sterling Marlin was, I guess, in like 8th or 9th, and he's in 8th now. It's weird seeing drivers like Sterling Marlin win races whenever they're just not having the most consistent of seasons. I'm kind of surprised I actually see him running in the top 10 points. I expect him to be like a little outside of it. But yeah, Jeff Burton, 11th place in points when was having just an awful race at Dover. Driver respect levels, yeah, Case Mears finally got back to actually having rivals. Then we had situations with Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart. Oh my goodness. And Jeff Gordon is still in here a little bit. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s alliance is still right there, just from California, of course. I think we've got a little bit of stuff to do in the team management section. We've got 4 races left until the simulation software comes in to increase our body drafting. Really going to come in handy at those fast tracks, especially like Pocono, which is next. I don't know if we're going to need it to win there, though, just because of how easy the track is with a good car. And, okay, bodies. We just finished using this equipment for 2 races. We'll go ahead and overhaul that, which will bring the downforce to 74, and the drafting up 3 as well to 69, so that is great. Alright, and the reason why these ratings are going up so much is just because I finally, upgraded all my team members, the pit crew and the builders and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not just the top positions that get the job done. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this for just one race, and then this is going to come in and we'll probably get rid of it because, see, this is already going up to like the 74 and 69 ratings, and this one is at 71 and 66, so it'd be a waste of time and money, even though I already have a bunch of money to just keep this stuff around. Though, I mean, I think in Season 4 I might start trying to have like 4 pieces of equipment for every section at once, just so we'll have so much money and it can make us have better races. Like every time we go to a race we'll have fresh equipment by having 4 pieces for each thing. And sponsorship ratings. The happiness with Coca-Cola goes up because we got that top 5 finish, 86 now. I think that's the highest that it's ever been, actually. And then of course it keeps going up with Outback because we got that top 10 qualifying spot and the top 5 in points. Yeah, we're in the lead. Probably always will be at this rate. With Pocono, Michigan, road courses, Daytona coming up. Yeah, we're just going to keep on pulling away from this point on, I'm pretty sure. But see you next time, that's that. And very rough episode over.